What's poppin', y'all? This is Deidre with One Shot Game, man. You already know how the motto go. You get one shot at life, but a lifetime to learn all the game you need to help improve your life. The choice is yours on which route you choose to take. Now, as I always say, you get two choices: the ability to faithfully settle in the life that has been set out for you, or the ability to pave a path towards your destiny. That choice is also up to you. So before I get into the title of my video, I want to say a big shout out to all my haters in the back. I see y'all, baby, but listen, you feel me? So, hey, look, the title of this video is going to be on the fact that your emotions, your lifestyle, what you have grew through to become a better version of yourself is a big ass infinity link. And what I mean by that is, as a natural born human being, you never 100% heal from your past self. Like, there will always be moments where you find yourself emotionally feeling how you felt in the past, because again, life is up and down like a seesaw. So you have to be prepared for understanding the fact that you're not just gonna be on a consistent high all the time. You know what I'm saying? There are gonna be moments where a part of your old version of yourself is still attached to you, but I feel like truly when people are understanding of themselves, they understand that. So they come to the table with realizing and knowing that about themselves as well, to the fact that they're able to accommodate that and understand you as a person. You know what I'm saying? Not necessarily from what they can take from you. You got to really think about the world we live in these days. People don't understand themselves, so they can't understand another person, period. You know what I'm saying? So, like, for me, I'm on my journey right now, but I don't see myself being single forever. You know what I'm saying? I do see myself at some point in my life being married to someone, right? But at the same time, they got to do what I do. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, it's not going to be appealing to me, because of the simple fact that there are certain things that I like, and you know what I'm saying? But it's not a vice. It's something I can control. So if you can't bring your whole self to me, it's not going to be anything we're going to be able to talk about. And I see it now, currently. You know what I'm saying? Women will, like, throw themselves out there in a shared bathroom, and I'm looking at your eyes. You can't give me eye contact. You're really not what you own. You use your body as your weapon. You know what I'm saying? And that ain't it. That ain't appealing to me, somebody like me. You know what I'm saying? So with that being the case, it's almost as if, like, if you're someone that is on a mission out here, I want my woman to uplift the next woman. You feel me? I want you to give her the game so she can figure out how to grow. Like, I like that. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I also have to realize I'm Deidre. And because of that, and the fact that I grew up with trust issues, you know what I'm saying? You get too close, or you start to making me feel a certain type of way. I might not directly say it to your face, but I'm going to come in and let you know, you feel me? Listen, that ain't that. You know what I'm saying? And give the warning, like, hey, be mindful and pay attention to what's really going on. You feel me? And I feel like that's how you know when a person is for you. When a person respects you and you don't gotta say nothing, they just automatically know what's acceptable and what's not. You know what I'm saying? That's how you know a person is really for you, for real. And I say that to say, I seen a video probably like last month of, you feel me, Tamala Mann, which is David Mann's wife. And she was actually in the video, I think, applauding a gentleman, or a gentleman was applauding her, I think. And she gave him a hug, and he tried to be extra. She completely curved that nigga. You feel me? She's completely solid to David, and David wasn't even there. That's why their relationship has lasted for so many years, because they actually mutually care about each other. You know what I'm saying? And they don't want to promote that in the world. They always want to promote the negative and the toxic. You know what I'm saying? But again, like I said, when a person is really for you, for real, you don't have to worry about them going that extra mile, but you know that they're been put on this earth to, you feel me, portray out a certain mission or a certain goal, and that you give them the space to be able to do that, while also knowing, listen, this person is for me. Because a true identity of a real person, and if they're for you, that's hard to find. It's hard to find a real person in the world. You get what I'm saying? But at the same time, you can't be putting a choker on somebody's neck and wanting to control them, and they gotta act like this, they gotta be like this. You feel me? This is who you want them to be to fit your narrative. I've been in situations like that. I felt really constricted. You feel me? In them little parts when I was having to see it from a different view. It was good, but it was like, why am I feeling like this? If it was really good, then I wouldn't feel like this. You get what I'm saying? So, and that just comes down to, you feel me, people in general. Like, if they know you for real, they know your story, they know what you've been through, they know who you used to be, who you are now, they would understand that those emotions really interchange and go up and down depending on the situation and the scenario. You know what I'm saying? And listen, I should never have to question nobody. If I see you moving foul and I see that you moving wrong, I'm just going to let you do you without, you feel me, having access to me. There is no need for you to want to have access to somebody if you don't even care about them for real. You know what I'm saying? For real. I be feeling like people should know that, but you got to really think of how people really don't know that. For real. Like, they feel as if they're entitled to have access to someone solely because they carry something that they don't. Doesn't mean they're going to care about you for real. It means they're going to get in close and use you and then leave you abandoned. And you got to think, like, everybody is born into the world as just a regular human being. It is not until you take the time to grow and find something you enjoy doing and stay consistent in it and focus, and it'll grow and prosper. But the behind the scenes work of being able to, you know, process those emotions is very hard work. It is a lot of work to be able to get to a space where, you know what I'm saying, you don't let those emotions control you. They're very much still there. They're very much still alive, and they very much still exist, because you got to think that old version of you is still you. But it's just now you're old enough to, you know what I'm saying, not let it get the best of you. You control it instead of it controlling you. And that's how life gets better. You feel me? And people who truly, genuinely care about you as a person will understand that. But a person that doesn't, because they're too invested in their own self, or they haven't figured out how to regulate their own individual self, they'll oftentimes take your energy and use it because they got theirs all out of whack. They don't got theirs controlled. You feel me? So they don't understand how to treat somebody for real because their energy spaces is all out of alignment. Nobody ever treats them for who they are. They treat them for, you feel me, what they can get and take from them. And purely, listen, a lot of people don't even understand that concept. A lot of people don't even understand or get that that's what's going on. You feel me? But you can feel it. You can listen. I'm telling you. I be watching. I be paying attention. People come to the park and they sit down and I don't know why people call people and then have frivolous conversations. And sometimes they have them on speaker and the people be hanging up on them. And I be thinking to myself, that don't make you feel some type of way? You still stuck in the old era of living that you can't see that this person clearly cannot take nothing from you, so they're no longer invested. Or you're trying to take from them and they don't want to be invested in that no more. So the conversation is no longer entertaining. You know what I'm saying? But they pretend. It's up to you to try to figure out what's really going on. You know? Listen, it's a balance of through and through emotions. You know what I'm saying? Getting control of them, figuring out how to harness them, you feel me? But being able to be yourself in the midst. You got to understand, as human beings, we're all bent out of shape, especially when you experience trauma and you go through serious situations in your life. You automatically going to have trust issues. You can't really trust people because every time you try to trust somebody, they burnt you or made you feel some type of way. That stays with you. You feel me? For a lifetime. But again, like I said, you can either let it control you or you can get control of it. When I know somebody is for everybody, I ain't even going to let you get close enough to me to even, you feel me, get a hold of my trust issues, for real. Because ain't nobody got time for that. You feel me? But I'm talking about when you actually have people that are around you for you. They got to be able to know you, to tap in, to know, hey, this person is a fluid of energy. From the bottom to the top, from the top to the bottom, meaning everything that they are is them. Doesn't mean that they completely pushed out, you feel me, who they used to be to involve this new person. It just means they got a control and handle on it. so that it doesn't control them and they know when to pull out for their own selves. You know what I'm saying? For instance, they're pushing this whole healthy thing, right? Everybody should be eating healthy. Everything is healthy in this world, right? But there are some people in the world who can eat whatever they want. You know what I'm saying? Because they're in both worlds, but they're understanding balance. So listen, you shouldn't push an agenda on people to want to eat healthy. Some people still want to eat their soul food. They haven't adjusted and grew. You give them a balance of both. You know what I'm saying? And let people decide. You don't just force something on somebody and tell them they gotta act like this. I be hating that shit. Listen, I will eat a salad when I want to eat a salad. You know what I'm saying? I will eat vegetables when I want to eat vegetables. Don't tell me I gotta eat vegetables. I might want to eat some chicken. I might want to eat some sweet potatoes. I hate when people force, you know what I'm saying, a constructed itinerary on people and make them feel as if they got to be pushed into doing what people want them to do. You listen, that's not how you get things done. You let people be them and they will push naturally to what they want to. Simple. You feel me? And it's all about their energy. But again, I think truly a lot of people are not in control of their nervous systems. So they're so, you feel me, mission is to get people to conform by just giving them things that they like and enjoy and then pushing the other things onto them, hoping that if I give you this, you'll immediately adjust to that. No, baby. You know what I'm saying? You got to allow people to be free to be able to choose what they want to do. And if they're willing to want to be in your energetic space, they will naturally do it. And if they don't, then you feel me? You're going to have to just keep living your life and move on. You feel me? Listen, everybody got abandonment wounds, I feel like, especially in my city. Everybody got attention deficit disorders, you feel me? Everybody got, you feel me, fucking just all out of whack, too much trauma, you know what I'm saying? And it's not until you understand how to get control of that trauma that you also know how to, you feel me, handle another person. But if you don't know how to control it within you, you'll look at someone who's got that control as a means to drain their supply instead of actually figuring out what you need to do as far as putting in the work to get to their level of energy where they understand and process. And on the other end, it's up to you to identify and process what's going on, or else you'll allow someone to get too close to you and they will use you and throw all your insecurities back in your face as soon as they get done using you. You know what I'm saying? People who really, actually, truly do the work will understand who you are through and through as a person. You feel me? I've talked to them. I know who they are. I know they got trust issues. I know they got abandonment wounds. You know what I'm saying? I'm never going to make them feel that way. You know what I'm saying? Because I know it's like an on-off set of life. Sometimes you end up being repeated with a certain situation that makes you feel those emotions again. You know what I'm saying? And then sometimes there are high moments where you don't feel those emotions because you're doing something that makes you happy. Well, a person who really truly love you for you and care about you will understand that. You know what I'm saying? And it won't be forced. So realizing and understanding that you have a lot of people whose nervous systems are not balanced. They operate in a way where it's pure evil, jealousy, envy, hatred, and they put on a mask to appear to the people watching them as if they're a person that cares. And they truly love people for who they are, when that's really not the case. You know what I'm saying? And then people, there's no way in life you could just be happy all the time. That's an illusion. That's what they put on the internet to make us think. But behind the scenes, people go through an influx of emotions that go, like I said, up and down like a seesaw. That's just how life is. That's just the experience of life. But cherishing it and controlling it is how you get a better understanding of your life. And is how you'll be able to know what to push out, what to take in, who to let in, who not to let in. You become more aware of you. That, you feel me, your senses are heightened to know what's good for you and what's not. It's like an automatic, you feel me, something you don't even got to think about. You're going to feel it. Oh, shit, this person ain't for me. You know what I'm saying? They over there doing, okay, cool. Now I'm going to treat you as such. Don't come over here thinking, you feel me, you have access back into the gate, because it don't work like that. You know what I'm saying? So listen, be very mindful and pay attention to realizing that once you get control of your nervous system and controlling your energy, you'll be able to see people for themselves instead of seeing people as somebody that you can use or get over on. That is the reason why you're not allowed to even be in that person's circumference or energy, because you are a user, you are an abuser, you're not a good person, and you know it. You just tend to never want to heal and go around using that same game on somebody new who's not used to who you are. And that's why a lot of times people don't be taking people around other people that know them for real, because they know they will be exposed. You feel me? So listen, if you don't know what it is, I just told you. Please make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe.